All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning. Bakery's been closed for a couple days, so we are back in business. I've got 2 deliveries in the van, Lenny's and What a Day, and we're ready to roll. 1 trip, 2 stops. We got plenty of gas, so we don't need to stop for that today. Lights on. Let's get out there and pursue some happiness. Here we go. 24 hours ago, I was sitting next to the White House. Today, I'm sitting next to Pertuco's Bakery. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's kind of chilly today, 45 degrees here in Hampstead, Maryland. Traffic's light for a weekday. And normally on Tuesdays, I only have 1 delivery, but since we didn't have a delivery yesterday, we do have an order for Lenny's today. So usually Lenny's doesn't have a delivery on Tuesdays, but we do today because we were off yesterday. So we get to ride down there and stop, and then over to What a Day. And then we'll check. I kicked off the new, or the second, not new, but the second round of question or contest guesses for the Christmas decoration removal. So we'll have to see where that is today. Well, it's a pretty good day so far. Everything's good. Oh, here we go. I've got some traffic coming up behind me. So the commuters are out. Yesterday, my drive from my house down to Washington, even the whole way, it was kind of 2 legs. I was driving for about 90 minutes. I did a video yesterday. I didn't put the whole 90 minutes out there, but I mean, it was smooth sailing the whole way. Now I realized it was the middle of the night. I left my house at 3:30 yesterday morning, and so there really wasn't anybody on the road. I went to Gaithersburg, Maryland, which was a northwest suburb of Washington, and picked up Janet near a subway station there, because that's how she was going to get back to her. She was going to take the subway back to her car, but we were too early for the subway in the morning. So but the trip was just amazing. Nobody was on the road, and just smooth sailing the whole way. It was actually a joy to drive. I like it, you know, and in the middle of the night like that, it's very peaceful. Saw a couple deer. So it's prime time for the deer. I mean, I kind of like seeing deer, but then again, I don't. It's a little nerve-wracking sometimes if they're right on the side of the road, or if they're crossing the road, that's a problem. And, you know, back in, when did I do it? I guess it was in December when I did have a collision with a deer. That wasn't so good. I mean, I wasn't hurt. The deer was. It was terminal with the deer. the bakery sold out of everything. I mean, I think there were maybe a handful of things left, but it must have been crazy. I left Saturday around 3 o'clock, and I think I never saw it with less than, I don't know, 4 to 6 people in there at a time. It's pretty crazy. But I hope everybody enjoyed their Easter. Easter Sunday was a little rainy, a little wet here. But yesterday was nice. It was cool, but it was sunny. I think it's going to be the same way today. I don't think we get out of the 50s today. And then it's going to be cool again tomorrow. But cool is like, 40s. Close to 50. That's not bad. Moon's up there. I think it's a slightly, you barely see it, I guess. Right? See that little thing? Yeah, there you go. That's the moon. Top of the screen. And I think our astronauts I know they were supposed to loop around that far side and be as far away as anyone's ever been. That was yesterday, right? Like last night. So does that mean they're on the way back? Like if they've reached their maximum distance out, I guess everything now going forward, technically they're on their way back. Why is this guy flashing his lights? People. I'm going to let these people go. I can only imagine we're going to have a few people. Maybe not. All right, was wrong. I expected somebody to shoot up beside us on the right, but they didn't. Everybody must be feeling kind of laid back today. I would think most people worked yesterday. I don't ever remember thinking Monday after Easter was a holiday. Good Friday, like I always work with the stock market, so Friday, we were always off on Friday, but we always worked Monday. So I would think most people worked yesterday. I didn't really get out yesterday. Well, after I didn't get out. I did go down to Washington in the morning, but then when I got home, I kind of hung around the house most of the time. I walked to the grocery store, got some stuff, but I didn't venture out too far yesterday. I gotta cut the grass. It's at that point now where maybe a quarter to half of my neighbors have cut the grass. And it's starting to look like it could use it. So maybe today or tomorrow I'll do that. It takes me about an hour and a half. To do the whole yard. But I gotta do that first. You know, the first cut of the year is kind of weird. You gotta walk around the yard, pick up twigs and stuff that have fallen. All that kind of stuff. April. Let's ride down Roasterstown Road today. I think we're gonna go, instead of taking the highway, we'll go down the business route, which is called Roasterstown Road. And we will see what's going on with Raising Cane's. I think that restaurant is supposed to open in May. Just want to see how they're doing with that. Oh, I forgot. The other day I was filming. Was it yesterday? One day I had the camera on. I wasn't live streaming, I was just filming. When I drove, maybe that was Saturday. I lost track of days. Anyway, I think I have on film a spot where I went by a gas station and a car had driven over the curb. It was like one of those situations where the curb was just, I don't know, maybe 2 feet wide. You know, basically just separated the road from the parking lot. And this car was hanging over it because it had apparently last minute he's like, oh, I gotta get gas, and didn't realize that there was a curb there. So he thought he was pulling into the gas station, but he was actually driving over a curb, and ended up, you know, with the center of his car sort of teetering on it, which can't be good for your car. That can't be good. Something tells me that if you drag the undercarriage of your car across a sidewalk, that's not good. But I was going to put it out as a short. I was just going to say, hey, check this out. I saw this today, but I forgot to do that. Maybe I'll do that today. Gas prices, I noticed today, are up a little bit. Again. Like I was seeing $4.19 in a couple places so far. I have to check it out as we go through town, but yeah, that's like 20 cents more, right? Because it was $3.99 in a lot of places last week. And it was kind of going down, $3.79, $3.99. I don't understand it. It's very sporadic. But yeah, a lot of them are over $4 now. Most of them actually. Let's see, Royal Farms, $4.19. Okay, Shell has their misleading sign. Their gas is actually $4.19. The sign says $3.99 because they advertise their car wash price. I'm very opposed to that, by the way. I think that's terrible marketing idea. Because I can only imagine the people that, what's going on up here? Hold on, everybody. Oh, maybe it's just a red light. It's a trash truck. It looks like an emergency vehicle, but it's really just a trash truck, I believe. Yeah. Waste Connections. Well, that worked out pretty well. Just when you think you're going to get stuck behind a garbage truck. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't like that at all. To me, it's blatant. It's blatant. What would you just call that? Like it's not really a bait and switch. It's just misleading. I mean, how many people, the percentage of people that actually get a car wash has to be pretty low. Right? So it doesn't seem right to make that your prominent price. I mean, obviously I understand why they're doing it. They try to suck people in there. And by the time you pull in and look up $4.19 at Wawa, I mean, by the time you're standing there at the pump, and you're like, oh, this is really 20 cents more than I thought it was going to be. It's too late. It's not really too late, but most people aren't going to stop at that point. I would, because I'd be pissed. like, you're not going to do this to me. But sometimes I just push the button and squeeze the nozzle, and I don't even look. So that would be good. It kind of sounded funny. See, now this gas station up here That's a legitimate $3.97. That's a good price. What is the name of that place? Express something. And it's across the street from an Exxon. Exxons are usually the highest prices that you see, but I think this Exxon is $4.09. It's kind of interesting to see what these people are doing with their prices. But yeah, that's still a good price. Express Fuel. Never heard of it. I mean, other than that one, obviously, I've heard of that. But like, it's not a name I'm terribly familiar with. Sunoco, $4.19. I get gas there a lot. See, now Royal Farms does it right. Their top price is their regular gas, and then underneath that they've got a price of $4.09. But they advertise it as rewards. That's their rewards price, and they don't make it the biggest price. I know. Enough already, Craig. Enough. Stop talking about gas. I was about to say how, I really was about to say how we're just kind of like cruising right along, and then we get a red light. Very peaceful and quiet out here on the streets of Maryland this morning. Here we go, Raising Cane's coming up here. pretty excited about this because I do like Raising Cane's chicken. Well, that's basically all they have, but it's good. It's good chicken. I think I do like it better than that other place that everybody's got in mind right now. Starts with a C. Yeah, there we go. It's on the left there. I don't see a lot of, I mean, I've ridden by here every couple weeks now, and I haven't seen a big difference. They must be doing a lot of work inside. But yeah, I do like their chicken a little better than the other big chain. It starts with a C and ends with filet. This guy really wants to go. See, he creeped up past that line. He's like, I gotta go. What's wrong? Why are we still sitting here? That's what he's thinking right now. Oh, he's trying again. He's gonna do it. He might just do it. He might just be like, screw this, I'm going through. I mean, he's in the middle of the intersection by now. Might as well do it. There you go. Didn't want to go under the light though. You know what I mean? That was the line. That's where he drew the line. He's like, I will put myself in the middle of this intersection, but I'm not going under the light. As long as you stay on this side of the light, is it legal? No. I think you're supposed to stay behind the white line. Call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure that's part of the rule. One thing I am going to do, I might do it with that clip right there, because I find that kind of humorous. I'm going to start putting I'm going to find a clip out of every one of my daily runs. No, I'm not. Let me take that back. I'm not committing to doing this every single day. But in my mind, that's what I want to do. I want to put out a short clip every day of my ride. The problem with that is I can't really grab a clip out of my live stream until it's finished processing, and it takes about 12 hours. I say 12 to 15 because sometimes it's not done processing at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Like when I go to bed is usually when it's just getting processed. But so if you're not if you don't stream, what I'm talking about is like after a live stream, it sits in YouTube's processing world. So it's processing, it's basically creating the replay. So it's putting the video together, it's optimizing the video. Like you can watch it and it's still available for people to watch, but it's not actually in its prime condition. So they're like taking out the sections, any section where you were buffering and all that kind of stuff, that all gets, removed, and it basically cleans up the whole thing, and it's called processing. And you go in, so if you go into your YouTube channel and look at it, it'll say, oh, your video is processing. Now, I think the bigger your channel gets, the faster they process your stuff. You get like priority processing. You get the PP, priority processing. But I am not big enough for apparently to be processed very quickly. Because it takes 12 to 15 hours. Look at these people working off their Easter candy. Oh look, they're really pretty busy. I'm not usually here on Tuesday morning, so maybe that's normal, but that's a lot of people. We are at Lenny's. But, so if I'm gonna do the shorts that go along with my videos, my live streams, I really have to wait until the next day to do it. And then it's kind of like, I'm on to the next day, you know what I mean? I don't like to live in the past. But that is what I should do. Because basically I could make this short, it would be like a cute little thing, and then it would be linked to the live stream in case anybody wanted to watch it. But I don't think a lot of people want to watch live streams. Some do. Okay, here we are. Leaving everything. Yeah. Lenny's. Let's do this. Oh, I'll flip you guys so you don't have to stare at the cars. But I might do it anyway. Maybe I'll test it out with one of my live streams from last week. Saturday. Did anything exciting happen on Saturday? I don't remember.
How you doing today?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah, now they play. Yeah. No.
Just show it here.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Powerball somebody must have won it. It's down to 20 million. A lot of activity in there this morning. Sometimes I walk in there, it's quiet. Rainbow cakes, eclairs. I think this little parking lot cleaner thing is going to come by again today. They must do that every day. Seems a little excessive. He's probably thinking, that guy delivers donuts every day. Seems a little excessive. All right, okay. Let's take this stuff in.
Yeah, but that's extra legal.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
And I don't know how many times I've shown and told Benson, you can't start combing this way.
What do you do?
Tells him I showed him. You know the strange thing is, he talks about you guys talk about it, and they do the same thing. The same thing. And it's not understood.
All right, guys, have a good day.
You too.
A lot going on in there this morning. All right, the car is still here. I gotta start that contest too. Maybe that today. Today, that'll be my thing. All right, here's the thing, watch. This car right here, okay? That's the thing. We're gonna make a contest to see when that car will move from that spot. It's been there for weeks now, okay? Weeks. Today's the day I'm gonna do that. I'm either gonna do that. There we go. We get the little hood action. Okay, here we go. Lenny's is done. And we are on our way to what a day. We're a little ahead of schedule. I kind of thought I left the bakery late, but maybe I didn't. Back way over to Lenny's. Here we go. I don't see the law. I was going to show you the parking lot cleaning machine, but it's disappeared. Speaking of disappeared, yesterday I made the video. I took Janet down to Washington. Well, I met her actually outside of Washington, and then I took her from a metro station, which is where she would be coming back after the egg roll. She volunteered for the White House egg roll, and after the egg roll, she was going to take the subway back to this metro station and get her car. But she had to start so early that the metro wasn't running. So I took her from the metro station to the White House, and I filmed my drive from home down to the metro station, and then from the metro station to Washington. And it was like a 90-minute, it took me about a little less than an hour to get to Janet, and then it took about a half an hour to get from Janet, from the metro station to the White House. Anyway, I wanted to put a film out because I didn't do a drive yesterday. So that, hey, I'll put this, I'll put a video out. So I started working on it. So I was kind of trimming down as much, from the drive as I could. It was a beautiful drive. It was not terribly exciting because there was nobody on the road. It was an unbelievably pleasant drive. Nobody on the road, clear, everything was good. I did pass a couple deer, so that's in there. But I trimmed out some of the, like I tried to like say, all right, I'll do the inner, where I'm picking up a new highway, stuff like that. I'll keep that in there. But I was taking out some of the less interesting pieces and trying to trim off. Like if I get stuck at a red light, I was trying to like trim the time I was at the red light. So if I pulled up at a red light, I would cut the video until it turned green and then start again, just to try to save as much time as possible. All right, I think we're back. I don't understand why it does that. So it happened, like I didn't drive through any kind of weird area, and I just noticed that we were buffering.
Circle, circles.
Circle, circles. Circle, circle. Okay, I think we're back again.
I am dangerous, says he. Goody morning.
Good morning. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing connection, or not. I don't think I'm losing connection. I think something. I don't know. I don't know if it's the phone or YouTube, because it's happening at weird times. But anyway, I'm back. How are you? Let's see if we can keep this going here. Hold on. Here we go.
Dangerous says, just glad we're not upside down, hee hee.
Yeah, that would be good. No, I was like, I just left Lenny's, so I was not in a bad spot. And I think it started, but I don't know when it started. I'll have to go back and look at that, but it was a bad location from a connection standpoint. So I'm not sure why that was happening. And then I restarted it, and then it did it again. So, but we're back for now, so that's good. How was your Easter?
Dangerous says it started right after the light leaving Lenny's.
I know. That's weird. That's what I thought. I mean, because I could kind of tell that it had been doing it for a while, but so I had pulled over, I restarted it, and I don't know if you guys saw me. I thought I came back for a minute, but then it started buffering again. So maybe the astronauts did something. I think they're on their way back now. Hopefully they don't run into a satellite. I started earlier today than I usually do on Tuesdays. Because we didn't have deliveries yesterday. So Lenny's normally does not have a delivery on Tuesdays, but we did have one today because we didn't do it yesterday. So I had Lenny's and What a Day today. And Sawyer, I would have heard your message. I didn't hear your message. I would have heard it, but for some reason, YouTube put your message out for review, and so it doesn't get processed until it gets passed on. So you were trying to let me know, but I didn't hear it. Because I usually do hear the text. Even if the video is buffering, I hear the text. Sounds really weird, but that is what happens. I was saying earlier that the bakery is
Dangerous says I'm starfishing right now, but I'm thirsty.
You should get something to drink. Bakery is wiped out though, man. They sold out of all of their Easter stuff.
Dangerous says I'm stuck. Dangerous says my bed won't let me get up.
Your bed won't let you get. It's grabbed you. To like tuck the sheets and the blanket in around you so you can't move. It was chilly in my house this morning. I think I turned the heat off yesterday, maybe even the day before. It's been just warm enough in the afternoon that I don't need the heat to be on. But last night it got a little bit cooler. I think tonight it's going to get cooler too. By cooler, I mean I think it got into the 30s, maybe. I don't know. Close to the 30s.
Dangerous says 30s. That's freezing.
Yeah. Can be. Like if it's like 38, 37, 38, if it's in the upper 30s, it's not too bad. Like it's 46 degrees right now. So maybe it did get down to the 30s. Because usually this is the coldest time of the day. Come on. Is it going to change for us? No. Oh, there we go. That was a close one.
I Am Dangerous says this month is like the Alsatian month.
Yeah, that's true. It can be, yeah, it can be very cold. But I think, I was looking at like the 10-day forecast. We're going to have some days where it gets down into the 30s at night, but usually during the day it gets back into the 50s, 60s, that kind of thing. And it can get really hot. Yeah, you're right. You get a little bit of everything.
Dangerous says winter in the morning, spring before noon, summer at 3 p.m. and fall in the evening.
That's very true. Very true. Oh, is that the guy? All right, let's see what we got here. I'm a little early, so I don't know if they saw me pull up. Give them a call.
Dangerous says, but we left on time this morning though.
We left on time? What do you mean? Me? When was the last time I called water today? Goodness gracious. Guess they've been opening the door.
Dangerous says yeah.
Yeah, I think I was, well, on time for a normal Lenny's day. Actually, Tuesdays, I, or sometimes, whoa, that's loud. Tuesdays are sometimes 6 o'clock.
Good morning, Motor Day Cafe.
Hey, it's Craig. I'm out back with the bakery.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Thank you. All right, let me go grab, get out there. I'll take the camera out at late and once I get the trays. Hello. How have you been? I'm good. Too far. All right. Let's take the trees. All right, first of all, grab you real quick.
Dangerous says, Craig, do you know where VA is?
Do I know where VA is? You mean like, what's VA? Virginia? I know where Virginia is. There we go. What's VA mean? Is that what VA means? All right, here we go. I got trays here.
Dangerous says, Quantico.
Quantico. Oh yeah, I know where that is. I think it's, I mean, I've never been there, but I believe if you're going down Interstate 95 and driving through, wow, I got a lot of trays. I think if you're going down Interstate 95, you kind of pass by that. An exit for that, at least. Here we go. Donuts. Donuts. Now, what makes you ask about Quantico? Isn't it like a military thing? Are you going there? Check these out.
Dangerous says those donuts look huge.
Look, it's because it's an optical illusion. Woo! But what made you ask about Quantico? All right, I'm going to put you guys back in. Grab you off of there.
Cat rising on those donuts.
Look at all those trays. It's a lot of trays. Did I forget to pick them up one day? I don't remember. All right, back on there. All right, I will be right back. Let me take them in. Yeah. I hear Rosie talking from a distance, but I couldn't tell what she was saying. So I will check that when I get back. to the van. You know, sometimes she just talks. All right, guys, have a good day. It's kind of funny. It was kind of loud in Lenny's. And it was kind of quiet in there today. Total opposites. All right, let me see what you said. I heard her read something. Where's your package? I got picked up today. There. Oh. Oh, your brother lives there. Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. I think it's, so is he in the military? Isn't Quantico, I want to say, is that the Marines? I don't know why I'm saying that, but, because I think my dad was a Marine, and I think he had, I thought, I don't know. I'm putting weird thoughts together in my head. I could be totally wrong. But if you tell me that Quantico is Marines, then I'm going to say
Dangerous says yeah. Yeah, your dad too.
Oh, okay, so then I am right. Yeah, I think my dad spent some time there. Or at least was there at some point. Light is still blinking. I think they were in the turning lane. I probably should have gone. Is it like a training? Quantico. Is it a training facility?
Dangerous says hey. It's light time already.
It is late, I know. 6:30, that's pretty good. And we still have, you know, a couple of months of getting more and more light. I mean, this is how I kind of, this is the light that we got to before daylight savings time. Like right before we had to move the clocks back an hour, we were getting a little bit of light when I left What a Day. So we've made it to that point. And that's a good thing. Today's going to be sunny. I don't know don't know. Maybe tomorrow.
Dangerous says, does it get dark later now?
No. It gets dark. Oh, wait a minute. Yes.
Dangerous
yes,
says, still
it does.
gets dark early here.
No, it's starting to get a little later. I mean, it got pushed back. It got later by an hour when we moved the clock, so that was a big switch. But I think it's starting to be light up till about 8 o'clock, maybe a little before 8. I think the sun sets, or well, it might set a little bit earlier than that, but I think it gets dark between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, I think. Because for me, it starts to get harder. You know, I like to go to bed early since I get up so early, but it starts to get harder to do that when it's still light. And when we get to the middle of the summer, it can be light until almost 9, 10, I mean past 9 sometimes. And that seems very late. Vehicle ahead of us.
Dangerous says, yeah, sometimes I at Giantali wake up at 9 p.m. and it's still light out in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets to the point. I've never done it, but I've thought about getting.
Dangerous says, and it confuses me. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah. My schedule, the schedule I'm on now, is definitely makes it hard for me sometimes to know what day it is. I've thought about getting like those kind of curtains or blinds that completely block out the light so I can make it super dark in my bedroom, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I've thought about it before, but never gone out and looked at them. The car ahead of us right now is a state trooper. Well, he won't be ahead of us for long, because he's about to turn off the roadway. So forget what I just said. He's not in front of us anymore.
Dangerous says, let's pull over that trooper.
Yeah, I think we were speeding earlier.
Dangerous says, I want to see him in his smoky.
So sometimes they wear that hat, yeah. If you're behind a police car and they're exceeding the speed limit, but you're just keeping up with them, can they give you a ticket for that? I mean, not that I've ever had that happen, but I'm wondering. Like, let's say you're on the highway, the speed limit's 60, you're following a state trooper, and you're going 70.
Dangerous says, I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah,
Dangerous says he.
Let's find out. Yeah. Yeah. think that they could. I don't know that they would, but I think they could.
Dangerous says I always do that to CHP here. Aren't we supposed to go with the flow of traffic?
Well, yeah, that's true. You should. If you go too slow, you're more of trouble than if you don't.
Dangerous says I think Marine Corps drill instructors don't wear smokies anymore because it's too intimidating.
Really? But they should be intimidating. You know? I mean, I think that should be a reason that they do wear them.
Dangerous says right. Dangerous says and it's tradition.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, they used to always be all decked out when they got out of their cars. What do they call, you know, the police, the policing?
Q7L says good morning. Sorry I'm late. Hope all are good.
Hey, good morning, Mountain Man. Hope you had a good Easter. Yeah, we're doing good. Been a smooth, quiet morning. We had, usually Tuesdays I only have one delivery, but I did have two.
Dangerous says
today.
he good morning. At Mountain Man Q7L hope Easter was good and fun.
What's this person got? Oh. See that car? Are those things for fishing poles? Is that what those little tubes are for? You ever noticed that? Am I making that up? Am I making that up, or is that a real thing? See this car? On the right hand side.
I am dangerous says where?
On the right there. See? So they're basically, he's got three of those pipes. Whoa. see the car next to me, like, it's acting very sporadic.
Tainman-Q7L says highway patrol here still wear the smokies. Doing fine. On trucks they usually are.
Well, what are those, you know, in Canada, the police wear those pants that kind of puff out? What is that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Dangerous says nice at Mountainman-Q7L.
They look like, I think there's a cartoon character in Bullwinkle. I don't know, I might have my cartoons mixed up. But aren't they in Bullwinkle? Like there's some Canadian Mounties or something?
Dangerous says I don't know what they're called. They look like riding pants.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Dangerous says oh wait. They do ride horses, don't they?
Yeah, now that you say that.
Susaner207 says Dudley Do Right used to wear those pants.
That's it, Dudley Do Right. Yes. That's the one. Good morning, Suzanne. Hey, make sure to get your guesses in. Anybody that's on the stream, you know, for the decoration contest. I put a thing out there yesterday. Open the contest again for guesses yesterday.
Morning at Susaner207.
But if you're on the stream today, put your guess in the chat, and then I will add that if you didn't already do it.
Susaner207 says good morning everyone.
Because we're re-guessing for the decorations. So if you haven't guessed, but you still want to.
Dangerous says can we put the year?
You can.
Dangerous says or does it have to be this year?
Well, you could put another year in there, but I really believe that they will be taken down. I know that everybody is beginning to question it, but I think it's going to happen. HB put a date in there like in October. I don't remember, like October the 10th or the 20th or something. I think he said October the 20th. Now, I feel relatively certain that it's not going to be that long, because he puts out a full display of Halloween. You know, if you go back and look at one of my live streams, I might take a picture and post it from a live stream back in October, because I started live streaming in October. I think I probably have a picture of his house, or at least I went by his house when he had all of his Halloween decorations out. And I don't think he's going to keep Christmas stuff up. I don't think it'll be much longer. I really don't. I mean, can you imagine how annoying that is going to be if he has to cut the grass? I mean, I have a couple trees in my yard, and that's enough for me to go around. Look at this, it's getting weird. Spring is here. So yeah, put your guess in the live chat if you want to get in on this one.
I Am Dangerous says you should make a board of pics of the decor from last year.
I could. I don't,
Prisoner 207 says I'm going with April 30th.
April 30th. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm kind of afraid we're going to ride by and they'll be gone. You know, because that's how, remember the gloves. I'm still sensitive about the gloves. I mean, I created the contest, and then before it even started, it was over.
Q7 says that was what I was going to say is my guess. April 24th.
Okay. I thought you didn't put a guess in the... No, you didn't. You're right. You're right. Some people put a guess in yesterday's short. All right, let's see what's going on. We got no car behind us, so this is good. Up there. Ooh, oh, it's getting, they're coming down. They're coming down. Look, it's getting close. The whole choir is gone. So now we just got a lot
Dangerous says what? I am dangerous says where?
There's no
I
choir
am
there
dangerous
anymore.
says let me see.
See, no choir, bunch of snowmen. The bunny, the sleigh is still there, and Snoopy is still there. So, yeah, jeez. It's getting close. It is getting close. See, you guys, I'm telling you.
Dangerous says wow.
Yeah.
Q7L says it will be soon because his grass is growing.
Right, that's what I think. Now, I noticed that a lot of those choir people, I think, were laying down on the side, by the side of the house, but that's still considered being taken down. I mean, if you've moved them away, if you just knock them over, I don't know, that could be...
Dangerous says oh yeah.
All right, so I feel good about it. So I'll take the guesses that come in today. I'll put all that, I guess I'll update the post with a list of who guessed what day, so we know what the current ranking is, or list. There are not a lot of planes. I only see 3 planes in the sky this morning. Oh look, we got horses. Horses are out. I got cars behind me, so I can't slow down. But we have horses on the right-hand side up here. The sun is up. See, when we get to the summertime, I think the sun is up, completely up when we're at this part of the trip. but it's also like right in my face right here. So that means it's actually going to move from, you know, being, what would that be, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock to us, if you're looking at the, yeah, normally it would be right in my face right now, but it's off to the side a little bit. I think you would call that 11 o'clock. I don't think anybody talks like that anymore, though. I realized it when I came out of my mouth. I'm like, I don't think people say that anymore. I would almost guarantee that you could say to people, yeah, it's at your 9 o'clock. Nobody would know what you meant.
Dangerous says what? We always use the clocks to point where at.
You do? I don't hear people say it anymore. My cows hanging out. Fields are green.
Dangerous says, or maybe because my brothers think I'm super slow.
Well, and maybe people in the military probably still talk like that. Maybe.
Dangerous says, did they finish the burn house?
No, there's no siding on it yet. Like, it's wrapped. It has all that, you know, whatever you call that around it, and the windows are cut out and all that kind of stuff. But they don't have the siding on it yet. So I think the roof is done. But yeah, it's still under work. Here we go. Tom, I'll do.
Dangerous says, oh cool, that wasn't so doomy.
That's good. It's weird, because I was having all kinds of issues earlier. Oh look, something ran across the road. Something's in the road up here. Is it a cat? Or a fox? What is it? Is it a cat? It's a cat. See the cat on the left-hand side of the road up there? Whoops. I got a truck behind me. So now I was like stopping to look at the cat, and I have a truck behind me.
Dangerous says, ah, he crossed us.
He did, and I went right in his way, but he wasn't really black. He was sort of a dark color. It's like a junkyard right there. That's definitely a junkyard.
Dangerous says, cutie cat out for her morning run already.
Yep, out in the, it's 42 degrees. Little chilly little run in the morning. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop here because I got a couple of loads of trays to take in there. So I will stop our stream in front. I'll stop our stream where I started it, right here. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for riding along. Thanks for hanging in there. Sorry, I appreciate your notice about the connection earlier. That was kind of weird. But it's Tuesday, so I'll be back on tomorrow at 5:15. 2 deliveries. Tomorrow will be pretty much like today, I think. Same 2 deliveries. And we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be the same weather too, so another good day. Everybody, thanks for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Dangerous says thank you so much. Have a good day, everybody.